All right, guys. Good Sunday morning to everybody. This is the Iceman, and in this video, I was reading a lot of news from the wrestling news source sites, and as of recently, they're talking about the WWE wanting the World Heavyweight Title belt and the WWE Championship belt to be on an equal level. Now, uh, it's been for quite some time that the WWE title has been the bigger, more prestigious belt within the WWE. It's been going on for quite some time. I can't go back the amount of years, but I think it was since the last time CM Punk held the World Heavyweight title, and when he had his feuds with the Undertaker and I guess Jeff Hardy, and uh, and then all of a sudden, the WWE title just somehow the turn came because the WWE title went to Raw. And of course, Raw being the live show, the major TV show for WWE um, promotion. So it's been, a real long time with the WWE title being the higher belt. Now, with all that being said, reading these articles that WWE wanting both belts to be on an equal basis, I'm wondering when we have pay-per-views, will the WWE title still main event all the pay-per-views, or will they swap every now and then and have the World Heavyweight title um, main event pay-per-views? This is a pretty good question. This will really show you what the WWE really thinks about both belts because on one hand they say they want them to be equal. On the other hand, let's see what happens at the pay-per-views. We have the upcoming Survivor Series pay-per-view where we have Randy Orton going up against the Big Show. And of course, with all this corporate nonsense going on, there's been a lot of airtime to the WWE title surrounding the WWE title. So I would, without any doubt, imagine that this would main event Survivor Series. But then we have Alberto uh, going up and challenging the World Heavyweight Champion John Cena. Now, as recently as I don't know how many pay-per-views we've seen in the past. The World Heavyweight title belt has been like early in the pay-per-view or like in the middle of the pay-per-view. It's been really nowhere near the main event except for Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So I'm sort of interested to see, you know, really what the WWE is going to do with this. I mean, it would be nice to see, the World Heavyweight title again main event or pay-per-view, but I don't see it happening with the Survivor Series with a lot of, like I said, a lot of airtime with the corporate Stephanie, Triple H, Randy Orton, and the Shield and whatnot. And now we have Kane involved in it also. Yeah, that's sort of interesting. We'll just have to wait and see about that. The other thing I was reading about is, and this to me doesn't really make too much sense. Okay, everybody knows about Cassius Ohno being released by the WWE. Chris Hero, um, very promising young wrestler, which I think could really have been elevated to superstar level in the WWE. Now, whether there was politics or behavior issues or whatnot within the WWE that we don't know about, maybe we'll find out somewhere down the road. But again, a very promising superstar, I thought had a lot of potential to go to a lot of high places in the WWE. So that was another thing, I thought was a little strange that happened. But I was reading that Vince McMahon now is pushing bigger guys, guys like the Big Show. He did it with Ryback and Mark Henry, and he said he wants stronger, burlier guys to be pushed up to the superstar main event level. And I've always found it to be guys this big really aren't that great in the ring. There are those exceptions. I mean, Big Show does on a lot of occasions have a pretty good match. Ryback has the potential, but he just hasn't gotten there yet. And I don't know how many chances WWE is going to give Ryback because he's had numerous opportunities to show what he can do, and he's failed on so many different occasions. So, and why would Vince want these bigger, burlier guys uh, to really be pushed as much as he wants them to. You know, and a lot of people like the great Khali. He is um, what you would call something that catches the eye to a lot of wrestling fans because he's out of the ordinary, like Andre the Giant was. Andre the Giant was so very, very popular. The Great Khali does have a pretty good following as far as fans go, but the man cannot wrestle in the ring, and that's why I find it hard to believe that somebody like Cassius Ohno can be released by the WWE and they continue to hold on to somebody like the Great Khali, which will never ever go anywhere in my eyes. He's just someone that's like a sideshow, unfortunately. But the WWE likes these kind of things. So, look at all the guys they've had in the past. They've had the Missing Link. They've had Luna Vachon. They've had the Boogeyman. I mean, Kamala. I mean, they've had a lot of guys that were like sideshows, and they will draw to a certain amount, but then it just drops off. So they were talking about bigger, burlier men, and you know, he said he wants less of guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, the guys that are smaller size. But you know something? What he doesn't understand, or he hasn't gotten it yet, is guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are very versatile in the ring. They're very quick in the ring. They can do a lot more in the ring than a bigger guy can, and they're a lot more exciting to watch in the ring. So, why Vince McMahon is going in this direction, I'm not really sure why, unless it has something to do with Triple H. Um, but then again, we just really don't know. So, yeah. So, again, will the World Heavyweight title ever main event a pay-per-view? You know, let's see, because they say they want to make the belts equal, so they should give them both equal time. As far as main eventing, just swap every other pay-per-view, have the main event uh, be with the WWE title, and then the next pay-per-view, the main event with the World Heavyweight title. We'll just have to wait and see. Um, so the end of the year is coming, and rumors have it that Cena and Orton will at least have their titles at least till Elimination Chamber, which I'm fine with that. I'd like to see John Cena go to WrestleMania and at least hold a title for a little longer amount of time than what he has recently in the past. And and if he loses at WrestleMania, so be it. As long as it's a good match, and as long as it's against a good opponent, and hopefully it's not a big burly guy like Vince seems to want to push as of late. So anyway, Boston Fan had put up a video just recently about Trendo, and I did check Trendo out. I made an account with Trendo. It's a little tough getting used to because it is sort of somewhat like the old YouTube, but we're so used to the YouTube now. You're trying to do things that you got to figure out how to do, and it takes a little bit of time. But I'm going to put a link to my Trendo account, and hopefully the link works. So if you guys want to check it out, so be it. I have yet to put a video up on that account, but I probably will try to do so in the next day or two, or maybe even today. I got a long night of work ahead of me tonight, so it's one of those 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m. morning type deals. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts with WWE as of this Sunday. Yeah, that's it, guys. So peace out, everybody. Enjoy your football games today and your hockey or your NBA, and we'll see you next time. This is the Iceman. Peace out, everybody.